In a year unlike any we've seen in our lifetimes, radio brought us moments of joy, despair, and hope. But importantly, it gave us a friend, a companion who was there through everything. The Radio Times Moment of the Year recognises some of the standout pieces of broadcasting from the last 12 months and is the only ARIAS award voted for by the public. This category demonstrates the power that radio has, the role it plays in our lives, and the friendship it can provide. It's impossible to look back on 2020 without remembering the pain and suffering the pandemic caused. But within the darkness, there was light. The incredible endeavour of our frontline workers, celebrated across the nation and the airwaves. Their selfless efforts were rightly celebrated, but it meant the lows were even more poignant.
I like intensive care. I enjoy trying to look after the sickest people because that's what I was trained for. So my war hadn't been a bad war. But in May, my son died. He was only a few months short of his 18th birthday.
Sadly, death was something we had to deal with a lot in 2020. But before the COVID pandemic hit the UK, it was another death which shocked the country.
Anyone who's ever compared one woman against another on Twitter, knocked someone because of their appearance, invaded someone else's privacy, who have made mean, unnecessary comments on an online forum need to look at themselves. Sorry. To the press, the newspapers who create clickbait, who demonise and tear down success. We've had enough.
The honesty and rawness that radio allows is what connects us so personally to the medium. Whether we're hearing it live, or on catch-up, on the car speakers, or intimately through headphones, some stories will always catch us. The emotional memories of others resonating within ourselves.
I thought you died, I thought you was dead. And he said, well, I'm very much alive, Ian, something like that. And then he said how proud he is of me. And then I hugged him, and because he was 3 or 4 steps up, I felt like I was like 7 again. I remember him saying that he was more proud of the fact that I played for England than him flying over fucking Paris.
Mr. Pigden wasn't the only war veteran being remembered this year. For 24 hours, a special station popped up on our airwaves with an important radio message.
Broadcasting to Great Britain and the Commonwealth on 247 and 250 metres on the medium wave band. This is Absolute Radio Fortis.
At 7 o'clock, this is Alan Dedicoat. It's the 8th of May, 1945. The German army has surrendered. The war in Europe is over.
We were used to startling news announcements in 2020, and it was radio's job to be there for us during the ups and downs. But it was also our job to be there for radio and its presenters, because they didn't shy away from the big and hard-hitting stories.
Because I know that my weekend was terrible. I was sat on my sofa, crying, angry, confused, and also knowing, stuck at the news. Stuck at the news of yet another brutalised black body.
Stories that became national conversation. Stories that asked for change. Stories that stoked emotions.
You know, we're all about positivity and love, and we got so much positivity and love back from this one, but we also got, you know, bombarded with messages and articles and horrible stuff about all of us, about our families, about how even now diversity isn't diverse enough because there's only 5 white people in it. Like, man, it's like, I can't speak for anyone else, but it's sad. Like, it's sad. Genuinely, like, I feel anxious and worried saying something like Black Lives Matter.
But where radio thrives is its ability to cover the big and the small, From global movements to the most personal and moving stories.
All of you who don't know, Crofty and his wife have been through IVF, and this is just a little bit of the video just to give you an insight into what he was talking about.
Me and my wife had multiple miscarriages. Well, she had the miscarriages, but we both had to deal with it. And that's an incredible thing to deal with. Sorry. It's important to seek help.
Stories of people we know breaking through the barriers.
Annie Nightingale, 5 decades.
BBC Radio 1.
I still thought that I would last 3 months. See, that's the weird thing about this 5 decades. I thought I'd last 3 months and I'd just be kind of novelty gimmick, you know, that, oh, well, you know, the women, we gave one a go and there we are.
But more importantly than all, radio is a shared moment. Moments of enjoyment, laughter, reflection, sadness, even moments of unexpected joy.
It's 5-4 to Scotland. Mitrovic is stepping up, right-footed, he'll take the penalty. The Fulham front man, here he comes.
Scotland
have won